Welcome, Wednesday. It's Wednesday edition. Wednesday. Glad you're along. Let's adjust the audio just a tad there. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome to Virtual Happy Hour, the Wednesday afternoon edition. Just a moment to what? The dog's going nuts downstairs. I'm not sure why. There we go. Yeah, we are on. Wednesday. It's Wednesday edition. There we go. Got the audio adjusted there. Glad you guys are along. I'm going to try just a tad. There we go. Why not roll the open? How about that? Let's do that now in 3, 2, 1. Why not? There we go. Happy Wednesday to you, everybody. Glad you're along. Virtual Happy Hour here on just a fun-filled, absolutely zero day. Well, I shouldn't say zero of a day because I've been fairly busy. 5:45 came early, so that's good. Probably about the very same time Kevin Luco was coming back from his evening on the town. But anyway, glad you guys are along. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. This is the show. I often say it all the time. Besides the fact I like to practice, sort of practice what I used to do for a living. It's also the show you walk at the bar and say, "Give me two of whatever you got left," because it's like after Fat Tuesday in New Orleans. You walk at the bar on Wednesday and say, "What do you got left?" That's what you get here. Glad you're along, though. If you would like to jump in, you can do what Mom did, and you can go to the virtual green room right there. I don't know why. I believe she's standing by. I'll put her audio up. We're going to jump right to her, as I believe. I think I can actually hear the audio there. So she does hear me. How you doing, Mom? What's going on today?
Oh, it's been a long day for me. I was up about the time you were, except it would have been an hour earlier for you.
Yeah, it was a little early.
Yeah, this was our board meeting for the Council on Aging. So and it starts at 7:30. So those people that work can go to work.
Wow.
Earlier. Yeah. So we had a mixture of in person with social distancing in a large conference room in one of our financial companies, and not our financial company, but one of the companies in town. And then we had some on Zoom, and we had a big screen, and it was a little hectic and a little crazy, but it gave everybody an option. And it was good to see 5 of the board members that I hadn't seen in person. So
that's good.
Anyway, so then I came home, took a little mini nap, and then I did my queenly thing and got a pedicure and a facial this afternoon. So
well, that's cool. Pedicure and facial. Oops, sorry about that.
It's been a so kind of day. So anyway.
There we go. Sorry about that. I'm trying to adjust the mic. Yeah, well, that's good. That's good. It's been, I hadn't done a lot except for just early, and then it was pretty much downhill from there. That's good. Very, very good. Yeah, we had to get up at 5. I got up at 5:45, hit the ground at 6, got done at 7, church group at 7 to 8:15. Jumped in the shower, went and picked up my father-in-law at 9, left her 9 from his colonoscopy procedure this morning. Took him home, had breakfast with my in-laws, then went and got my wife. The only thing they didn't have at the Tom Thumb yesterday was the diet ginger ale. Went and got her some diet ginger ale, and then I dropped off some clothes to the Vickery Midtown Missions. I'd been kind of sort of going through the closet a little bit, and took some things to my buddy Don and those guys from church who run a mission. Clothes, beds, furniture for folks in the Vickery area, Vickery Midtown there in Dallas. It's the old Fair Oaks area, Mom, if you know where that area is, yeah. Park Lane. And but dropped off some clothes and then came home and hadn't done much. Trying to put together a show for tomorrow night, but I have not gotten very far with that. I've actually gone nowhere with that. So all good.
That's good. Well, we're in the last 6 weeks of our fundraiser, and I've had one no support. That's and then we got a check from one of I got that one of my contacts. So that was kind of good news today. So I mean, it wasn't a huge check, but it was some is better than none. So anyway, um, so that's it's been a good day. Not much to talk about, just same old. But I'm still kicking and a breathing, and that's the important thing. So
Yeah, absolutely. So any word from up there as far as um, how things are going as far as playing football and all that?
well, I haven't heard that they weren't playing. I before I got on here, there was somebody posted the superintendent of schools, whose name happens to be Dan. He's a new one. He came from Concord, Michigan, a school in Michigan, and he was giving a report. And the numbers are pretty good for our school, and the response positive response to the hybrid learning they're doing is pretty good. And so far, I haven't heard um, from Sam hadn't said there's no game, and Stephanie hadn't said there's no game Friday night. It's a home game, so against Oh My Goshen. so and so we will have gotten in if that goes four. Will be 4 games. We've played 3, and normally by this time we've had a preseason and 4 games before, so we're kind of behind, but 2 games behind. But oh
They
well.
wear pads and helmets up there or not? They flag football.
Oh, good grief! They wear pads and helmets.
Didn't know if
Yeah,
they discovered those up there yet. I wasn't
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Congratulations, though. Indiana's going to have college football. That's good.
Well, yeah, I guess. The Big Ten looks like they're one. Are both? I didn't know if both Michigan schools were going to.
They're all in. There's a cure apparently. They figured it all out in 6 weeks, 5 weeks. They got it all
Oh
figured out.
well.
I don't know what all of a sudden COVID must be the smartest educated virus of all time because it knows when and not who to get after, who not to get after, and
Well, I
it's
have
a smart. Yeah, it's free. But they discovered that apparently they can play now, which uh, I thought we knew all along. But oh well.
well, I think that the cure is the dollars that they're missing out on in the athletic programs. That's probably the cure right there. So
Yeah, probably so, Mom. Anyway, I'm being snarky, but my wife's probably excited because she can watch Penn State.
yeah.
But all good, all good, all good. Yeah, but
Okay.
they announced that. But they announced that this afternoon. So um, all good. But yeah, so yeah, they'll have eight games. I don't know. Just I'm not sure what changed, but apparently they. I don't know. Again,
Well, I imagine the fact that Notre Dame actually was able to have a semblance of a game against Duke, that probably bode well for the
well,
rest of that.
they saw the rest of the South, and it's funny along political lines how it is, but it's funny, and the whole thing. This whole thing's turning politics anyway. It's gotten really nauseating, really,
Yeah,
really
it is.
quickly. Terrible.
I just skip over all of that and just go my
Yeah.
easy way.
So anyway, that was the big news up there. So I'm sure the folks are uh, excited because it wasn't it. No, I guess it was. Which one was it? Purdue or Indiana that was better last year? Let me
I
say
don't think either one
better.
of them were very good.
Okay, well then, so probably didn't move the needle too much, but hey,
Yeah, well, but they like to play. That's what some of those kids go there for. So there you
my
go.
my theory, the whole thing's for Ohio State anyway. It's for them to get in the Final Four. That's all it's for. So
Yeah.
you know, yeah, you know my feelings on certain regions. That's all I'm going to say. But yes, I'm glad they're playing football. So, did you guys have fall like weather yet, Mom, or not?
Uh,
They put
we've
big
had.
techs up today in a mask. By the way,
Oh my goodness. Well, we had.
ridiculous.
It was near 80 today, but it's been fallish weather. Um, my phone's trying to go dead, so I'm searching for my. Uh, 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 we've had and it's been 50s at night, so it's been beautiful weather. It's um it's like the spring. The falls here are, I think, are absolutely incredible. So yeah, so it's football weather. That's what it is up here. We
There you
call it
go.
foot. Yeah, yeah.
There you go. There you go. Well, there's not much to tell here. We, like I said, just had to just we had to actually go down to pick up my father-in-law's truck, our SUV, when Gamery got off school. So we only been back about 45 minutes or so from that. But he drove himself this morning, and I went and picked him up. So we had to go get the car. And boy,
Okay.
it's all we did this afternoon. Now she's tutoring, and we're just. So we're just nothing too exciting on a Wednesday, Mom. So
Now, yeah.
nothing too bad.
Okay. Well, I'm going to get off so that you can visit with everybody
All right.
else.
See you later, Mom. Love you.
Love you too.
Be good. There we go. Mom Cam right there from Indiana. She is up in the Elkhart, which is 20 miles ish from South Bend. That's kind of like if you know Midland, Odessa, it's kind of the Midland, Odessa of Indiana, because they're two little towns, or I'd say little towns. South Bend and Elkhart are probably the same distance as Midland, Odessa. Maybe a little further apart, but they're right there together. So all the same area, same TV market, same entertainment market, all that. Anyway, yeah, Jeff Miller, good to see you out there. 2 years since the American Association Championship. I will say this, Jeff, and I saw Kevin out there earlier. Of course, we know last year Kansas City, the T-Bones, made the postseason, lost the first round, but I am not convinced that this year's team would have not made another run to the title and maybe playing for a championship now. Milwaukee's very good, but they also, remember, this year the 6 teams that are playing were the ones that played were all super teams. They were, their team, their players. I have to break that down. I need to look and see for the show next week, but how many of those players played or were in the original rosters and all that. Anyway, the point is, there are several. Good to see some of those T-Bones get a chance tonight. Milwaukee playing Sioux Falls. If Milwaukee wins, they win the championship. But what I was saying, I'm not convinced that the T-Bones aren't playing for the championship against whoever. So I think we'll see more. We'll see more. Jeff, we'll see more Miller time for sure. Good to see Rob Drew out there. Good to see him, mate, over in the West. Just past 6:30 in the lovely west of Australia. Very, very, which makes it, we hadn't changed time yet, so it would be 8:30 in Sydney already, in Victoria, and points to the east of the beautiful, beautiful Perth. So I don't got a lot today. Yeah, it was one of those weird days, but I had a lot of stuff going on, but a little busy. Here's the thing. Once the T-Bone season's over, of course, we didn't play, but I'm now in off-season mode for the T-Bones, which means I'm freeing up more time for my Australia stuff. And also, it frees up more time for the honeydews and just the little things. Grocery store. Yesterday, did the grocery store myself. So that's, up and down the aisles and trying to find this and that and, the list. And, I devised this new thing. I shouldn't say I devised it. It was pretty simple. We had this problem of going to the store and forgetting stuff. Because I always know what I need, and I sort of know what the wife needs, but I'll forget something, or I won't know she's low on something. And when Caroline was here this summer, I kind of know what snacks she likes, but I don't know if she's low, how we're doing on that, or whatever. So I went and ordered, maybe 2 months ago, or maybe about a month ago, little dry erase board to put in the fridge with a couple of pins, and we're out of something, or write it down, peanut butter, check, milk, whatever. And then you take a picture of it, and that's your grocery list. So it's my little, and it's worked. And the only thing yesterday was that there was one item was a diet ginger ale. And this is a huge store. This store, as a matter of fact, is so big. It's got everything. It's actually got a kosher deli in the store. So you've got a kosher market and a kosher, in a non-kosher market. You got all that stuff. It's got everything covered. They got sushi, the whole 9 yards, but they didn't have freaking diet at any brand diet ginger ale. So I went to the little small supermarket that I like to go to more, and they had plenty. So I got that for my wife this morning. But anyway, I'm in honeydew mode a little bit, sort of. But it was interesting where it was so early this morning. It was so dark when I started about 6 on my workout. I'm thinking, usually I'm listening to music. I'm thinking, you know what? I want to be able to hear there's a little part of the park I walk through, and it's still dark, and this park kind of slopes down to a creek bed. Thinking, kind of want it to be, I want to be able to hear anything coming like coyotes or bobcats. Maybe I don't want to listen to my jam. So I had these earbuds in my pocket, but I didn't have them plugged in, and thinking, I didn't want to startle any dogs, people that are walking their dogs early. But anyway, there was some places that was still pretty dark, and I was like, yeah, you kind of want to hear the car coming or somebody's not paying attention to their morning coffee and they roll, knock me off the street. I didn't want that to happen. So all good. What do you guys do today? Tell me something. Tell me something good. Tell me something's going on. I mentioned that, that did the grocery run yesterday and did to help my father-in-law today. It's just, this time of year, every year, this whole non-baseball, because, granted, we weren't playing, but I was still very engaged in doing a weekly show and doing some content, and suddenly not having those games to, and suddenly my email box just dries up. I was getting, box scores and game stories from other teams that are playing, and suddenly they're gone. It's just a weird, and then the memories pop up of a couple of years ago with the playoffs and things like that. And one of them was the memory of me popping up in Gary. I saw Keith a while ago, my last day there before I headed home for the end of the season. I'll take a picture of me at the ballpark, and always that last stretch. But this year, no season. So hoping, here's hoping there'll be something to do in Australia, but no guarantee there. Doesn't look promising. It doesn't look not promising. It looks kind of meh. It looks like, to be honest with you, to kind of read if you're following the news overseas, which I do, they're going to make an attempt at playing, but what that attempt looks like and who all plays, anybody's guess. And if I can get the country, anybody's guess, which makes it very difficult when you're trying to start, which we're trying to do, start some business things up, and you can't actually kick the tires or anything because you can't actually get there. Creates a unique challenge. So, which means maybe in March or April before our season starts in the States, I'll have to go back over and spend 3 weeks or something there, which is fine too. So all good. But anyway, other items of note around here, they put Big Tex up. You guys know who Big Tex is, right? He's the mascot of the State Fair of Texas. Do I have a picture of Big Tex? Let's just pull the screen up here. Big Tex is this big, tall cowboy that we have. There we go. Let's pull his picture up. Let's pull his photo up. Here's the picture. Right. Come on. He's got a 7'7" mask. How about that? 7'7". Let's see if I can get. There's a picture of him in his mask. Let's do a screen share of this. Bear with me a moment. Give you guys a screen share of Big Tex. Here we go. Share his mask. And this is what Big Tex mask looks like. 7-foot mask. Here you go. There he is right there. Courtesy of one of the local stations here. Oops. Sorry about that. Let's try this again. There we go. There we go. See the big mask? There it is. 7'4" mask right there. There he is. Big Tex. Let's also try this one too. Let's see here. Move that. Sorry about that. And let's do this. Let's see what else we got here. I'm going to get a taller picture of him. So you guys got, here's a good picture of him, the tall picture of him. There he is. Let me put this up. Hold on. Just a moment here, and we'll get that for you, but you will see. About 5 more seconds. There we go. Here we go. There's, oops. Oh, that's not a picture. I want a picture. Hold on. Let's see here. There we go. Here's a photo from Twitter. You can probably see. There's a good photo from Twitter. Let's try this one. Let's try this one. This is a good one. This is a photo from Twitter. You get a good idea of what Big Tex looks like. Anyway, it was kind of a big deal today because usually Big Tex goes up during the state fair. And there we go. There you go. See in the middle. Let me see if I can do this for you guys. Hold on. There we go. Better. Much better. There you go. Usually Big Tex, and that's the plaza right in the middle, kind of the front, not the front entrance, but really toward the front of the fairgrounds. And that's Big Tex, the big corny dog place. Fletcher's there. You go right there, you grab your corny dog, you have a beer, you look at Big Tex, and every 15 minutes or so, howdy, people. This is Big Tex. Welcome to the State Fair of Texas. And his mouth kind of moves, and he says, coming up in 15 minutes at the Livestock Pavilion is the pig races. Tonight we have fireworks. It's the big State Fair of Texas. That's Big Tex. Anyway, Big Tex, they're not having the State Fair this year, unfortunately, because of this whole nonsense. But a couple things are going on. Fletcher's Corny Dogs, which I showed you guys about a month ago, Fletcher's is doing pop-up stands throughout the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. Really cool there. They've also partnered with another place called Golden Chick, which has a stand at the fairgrounds too. And they got restaurants across the Metroplex. They're doing corn dogs and chicken strips together. And then several restaurants are doing pop-ups even down at Clyde Warren Park, which is a park downtown that turned an overpass over the freeway into a park. And they got food trucks down there. They got a couple that are just doing funnel cakes and fair food. And it's a big deal here. Hey, morning, mate. Good to see you there. Speaking of folks in Australia, Matt, they're in down under there. You're looking at about, well, you're 8:30, right? 8:36, something like that. But yeah, the whole thing about the fairgrounds is we're not having the fair this year. But one of the cool things that we all do this time of year is around July, August-ish, they have these competitions. Things like, in years gone by, you've had fried Twinkies, fried Oreos, fried Snickers. They had a fried queso burger, fried queso donut burger one year, fried ribs, mostly fried stuff. But they also have some, like they've had fried Dr. Pepper, which is a soft drink, whatever you want to call it, soda water, whatever. They've had my 1920s guy, Sarda Matty. But they have a lot of different fair. They have a competition, and they have the best of, and they have these people that bring up these new dishes every year, and they have and inside the fair guide, when you go to get the little program there at the gate, you look up to see what the award winners are. This year's award winners are. And then also they got past award winners, and some of those things, like my favorite's the fried rib. Not a lot of folks like the fried rib, but it was the fairground delicacy 20 some odd years ago, 25 years ago. I still love them. Fried ribs. It sounds terrible, but it's pretty good. But you don't have that this year because the fair's not happening. But they still put Big Tex up, and they're trying their hardest. Folks are trying their hardest to do pop-up food trucks with fair, F-A-I-R, F-A-R-E, fair, and trying their hardest to keep it, but not having a state fair the first time, I believe, since World War II, they've not had the fair. So it's a big deal, and not having it sucks. We always take one day, the wife gets it. Here's another thing, too. It's not a law, but it happens anyway. Most school districts here in Texas, at least in the Metroplex, and in most small rural state areas, have a fair day, so their kids can come and show livestock and whatever they need to show, for the different, because it's also not just food, but it's also livestock, and they've got. They don't have a rodeo anymore. They used to. I don't think there's a rodeo anymore. They had the livestock show, showing the hogs, whatever. I mean, they got all these kids are doing the Future Farmers of America are very involved in that. A lot of these little small towns get fair days. And of course, here in the city, we got a fair day every year. My wife gets one, and everybody gets a little fair ticket and goes home for, about a month, I guess. But nothing this year. And usually it starts on my birthday, which is the tail end of this month. So we're not going to have it this year. It sucks. So I went this long tangent to tell you, Big Tex is back. And the COVID's so smart, it's such a smart virus that it knows that it can also attack a 20, more than that, about a 30-foot tall Texan who's wearing a 7-foot mask. Probably taller than that, probably 20, 30, 40-foot tall. How tall is Big Tex? How tall is Big Tex? He's 55 feet tall. Okay. So Big Tex is 55 feet tall, and he's got a 7-foot high mask. And that virus is so smart, it can also attack a 55-foot, for lack of better things, mannequin. So I was going to say dummy, but mannequin. Tex, you're not a dummy, you're a mannequin. 55-foot tall mannequin. Anyway, good to see Lisa out there as well. Glad you guys are along. What's going on? What anybody excited about the Big Ten returning? Anyone just so excited about that? The 10 yards in a cloud of dust, or not that, 3 yards in a cloud of dust. I'm convinced that this was done for one reason only, and that's one reason only, for Ohio State to be in the Final Four, because everybody really thinks that Ohio State is the bomb this year, going to be really good, and they'll cancel out one of the other Big 12 teams, and they're going to make the Final Four. That I'm convinced that's what it is. Not so fast, my friends. I still think that Penn State's going to have something to say about that in the Big Ten. And here's the deal. We've already learned the short college football season and the NFL season. I can tell you right now, my normal picks I made this week were terrible. I mean, I basically picked like I would normally pick in the NFL against the line. I made my picks based upon what I picked over the years. But there's no fans right now, so everything's different. I mean, it's all different. And handicapping games, college and pro, and, I mean, again, I'm convinced that maybe one of those two, Iowa State or K-State, loses last weekend, but not both of them. And then, of course, Kansas lost at home in front of no fans. But insert your own joke about poor KU football. The point is, there were no – winning a close game on the road at Manhattan's not easy. And when they've got a full house, it ain't easy at all. But it's just a different year. And so I don't sit there and tell me that Ohio State's going to run all 8 of their games. They very well could. They very well could run all 8 of their games and then lose in the championship game, or lose the regular season. I mean, possibly lose the regular season and the tiebreaker goes to somebody else. I mean, in 2020 is so bizarre that it wouldn't shock me that, because again, I'm convinced the Big Ten did this for one reason only. Well, A, they saw the SEC starting this week, and the Big 12 and others are playing football. Oh my gosh, we're losing money. So suddenly it's safe to play when it wasn't 5 weeks ago. But they trust the science, right? I mean, it's all about the science, which is perfect. Science has never failed us. Being snarky, of course. Good to see Nate out there, brother. Good to see you. But reason number 2 is Ohio State's that good. They are really good. That it's there for them. So we'll see what happens. See how it all goes. Mom says my cousin paper cars are winning from the showing. Yes, huge deal. Showing cabs. It's a big deal. That's a huge deal. I mean, a lot of folks that don't. A lot of the city dwellers just think the state fair is going to get food, but it's actually, and I remember going with my grandfather years ago, it's actually, it's actually all that really cool stuff. But yeah, it's not going to happen this year, which sucks. But glad you guys are along. Very sad to see the Hurricane Sally hit the Gulf Coast. Boy, I tell you, Pensacola, that direction, 20 plus inches of rain, 70, 80 mile an hour winds. It's never good. This has been the busiest storm season since 2005. They're running out of names. I believe they're out of names. I believe after one more. And if you guys know how that works, A through Z, whatever. But they don't rename storms. So you can't have, once Katrina was used, you can't use Katrina again. Does that make sense? Hugo, couldn't use Hugo again. But they're out of names. When they go out of names, they go back to, this year they're going to the Greek alphabet. So Alpha, Beta, Gamma, Rho, etc. So that'll be, I guess if they got too far down, they'd have to go 2 laps to get a Sigma Chi storm, but you don't want that. Yeah, terrible stuff to see. It's been the busiest hurricane season. I think at one point over the weekend, there were 5 storms in the Atlantic and the Gulf as well, but it dumped a lot of rain around Mobile. And it's never good when it hits anywhere on the coast, whether it be the Gulf Coast, Caribbean, Atlantic seaboard, anywhere. But it did dodge the major metropolitan area of New Orleans, and it missed. It got Mobile, but it didn't hit directly between. It was between Mobile and Panama City, I believe, where it made landfall. I believe around Pensacola, which is actually a pretty good size area. Pensacola, Mobile. So Mobile took the brunt of it, but I mean, the last storm 2 weeks ago missed Houston and New Orleans and went over Lake Charles. It's such a dicey proposition, but all your thoughts and prayers for those folks there. That rainstorm going to dump a lot of rain in the deep south, but tough times. But it's been a busy Atlantic storm season. So what's everybody doing today? How is everybody doing? Somebody chime in. Tell me something's going on. Something. You want to? I mentioned earlier. Oh, I didn't mention it, but I guess you could go to the green room there. There we go. Chime in. There we go. Anyway, gosh, what else I had on my little list of things here today? Anybody else out there sort of done with Zoom? I mean, I know we're all done with Zoom, but are you like me? Are you wanting to just take the app off your phone? But I think, and I just saw a story in the news a while ago and I had never thought about this until I saw the news, but what if when you have inclement weather, let's say Indiana, for example, where you can't go to school in the blizzard, what happens if you could do school online and you'd save yourself those makeup days? Hadn't been thought of before, but I think I think they're onto something there. Just saying. So maybe it would have really killed my snow days back in the day, but all good. But the one thing I love about Zoom, though, it's helped. I've been able to do a lot of Zoom interviews for my shows. Actually, pretty good. It actually works out. Although sometimes when I convert it and edit it, the screen's a little wonky. I got to readjust the screen. Other than that, good stuff. I can see a future with that for my shows with the T-Bones, is what I'm saying. I can see having a Zoom interview, and just run the audio if I had to, even if I had to. So all good. Don't really have anything else here, but except for Big Tex is, Big Tex. I'll show it to you again. He's much better off now that he's got his mask. And 1 year, I think it was when I was in 2012, I believe it was. In 2012, Big Tex caught on fire. And he did not do so well. 2012, I believe it was, the State Fair. I don't even remember how he caught on fire. I don't know what the deal with that was, but it was like a morning or some sort. But anyway, don't know why the screen went blank on you. Sorry about that. Anyway, yeah, I'm all zoomed out. I mean, I think the good thing is it's given me a little more. It's given me some more tools in my bag of tricks, but I think I've realized now that it's better. What I don't like about Zoom is I'm not a big fan of just sitting there like this, and 20 of us are sitting there, and we do our church services on, not church, but our Sunday school group. But what I do like about it is the fact that it does record a pretty solid show. And again, a 2-man interview. And running on it's been really good. It's actually been a real godsend. Because I thought at first to be a pain, but it's actually been a real godsend as far as doing interviews for my shows. So there's that part of it. All righty, what's coming on the rest of the week here? We got pull this down here. Sorry about that. Friday, actually, you know what? If it's decent weather, let me see what the weather's supposed to be like. Weather in Dallas. I could have been outside today, but my wife's tutoring downstairs, and I didn't want to be just right outside the door doing this and distracting the poor kiddo. Let's see. The forecast is for the next. So it looks like for Friday. Yeah, it'd be 87. It might be in a little bit the warm end. Slight chance of rain, so I might jump out in the patio. Mom says, "Yeah, it was family thing. That'd be good. Yeah, that's been good for those family family functions as well. It is good for that. You can kind of come and go as you please, and kind of sort of yeah. I didn't update the widgets either. I should have done that, but it's 87. There we go. I know the days since last week. I got to add. It's let's see, we are 60. We're at 70, 170. How about that? That's approaching half a year, basically. Terrible. Anyway, and I got this little thing too. These little sticky notes. These are kind of cool. I'll show these guys. These are kind of cool for these. Oops, sorry. These are cool. How about that? Another one. Fun. I don't know if it does any kind of thing. I guess it moves. Oh, I can move around the screen, put it on me. So sticky notes in there. I can do things like, how are you all doing? Question mark. We can do that. I can just put that over there. Put this one off. There we go. Anyway, so you guys see what's going on. Anyway, just all good. Yeah, I'm just kind of struggling. Not struggling, I shouldn't say, but yeah, we're into week 2 in the NFL, and my fantasy team, I don't know about you guys, but brutal. I hope, and again, and I'm chalking this up to A, the first week of the season, B, this is such a weird year. Again, everything is so 2020. I mean, everything, it's just 2020 is what it is. And don't know if that's what it is, but I mean, my picks were terrible. My teams were terrible. Everything was bad. It's glad we're able to play, have some sport. But, oh, yes, the World Series is coming to Arlington. Major League Baseball thought so highly of the new Globe Life Park, and knowing the Rangers won't be playing in the World Series anyway, because they're probably going to finish with the worst record in Major League Baseball. With that being said, they're going to use Globe Life Park, the new ballpark here in Texas, retractable roof for the World Series, and the American League Championship Series. They're going to play the National League, I believe. Is that going to be in? No, they're playing it. I know Houston's involved somewhere. Let me just see where they're going to play the MLB playoffs. And there's Max. Let's see here. Let's see here. It's going to be. Here we go. You're going to have Globe Life Park will host the National League Division Series, be Globe Life Park and Minute Maid in Houston. The American League Division Series be at Petco in San Diego. What a beautiful park that is. And Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles, my favorite ballpark in baseball. The NLCS, the Championship Series, Globe Life, the American League Championship Series, Petco, and the World Series will be at Globe Life Park. A couple of things there. A, all those ballparks are great. And two, you got to figure centrally located in the central time zone for whoever makes the World Series, assuming it's a Chicago. Let's just say it's the White Sox and Dodgers, let's say. And they'll be playing the central time zone. It's easy to get to. Weather won't be a problem. It's a dome roof. It won't be a problem getting in and out of. If you had some kind of October, November snow episode, it probably won't happen here until that Thanksgiving, and you'll be done by then. Plus, DFW Airport is stayed fairly busy despite the whole airline shutdowns. They've been very busy, and that also plays into it. And plenty of hotel rooms. They've got enough large resort-like hotels, like in Phoenix, for example. You've got a lot of large places to stay, and Major League Baseball's got really two good setups. Good to see you, Tracy, and Adam. Good to see you as well, my mate over there in Australia. There's two of you guys checking in today, but actually three from Australia. We had two in New South Wales and one in the West. But yeah, you've got Major League Baseball uses the Anatole, which is the Hilton Anatole, and they also use the Grapevine, what's it called? The big hotel. Great, I came in the dang of it. You know what I'm talking about. You live in the Metroplex. It's the big Grapevine Hotel. What's that called? The Opryland Hotel, whatever it is. That's what they'll be using. So anyway, all good. And they also got full. This place puts Super Bowl on. The bottom line is have the World Series here, so that's kind of cool. Now the rumor was today on the news hour ago in the sports here. The rumor is there's going to be limited fans. Now I do know there'll be some fans being allowed in. It's good to see Chris Dunn. There'll be fans allowed in of family members, staffing of the ball clubs. There'll be some of that, but there is a rumor circulating around the last couple hours that they're actually going to be a small percentage of folks allowed into the ballpark in the World Series. They'll be the first fans outside of staff, outside of close loved ones. No generic fan has been allowed to see a game in Globe Life Park yet. So although the development's open, there's a development right next to it called Texas Live, a big hotel, restaurant, retail, all that right there. There's a baseballism shop right there as well. All that, but I say baseballism. What is that place called? I'm just kind of typing today here, aren't I? Yeah, baseballism. That's what it is. Baseball. It's the shop I went to at Cooperstown. It's a really cool little baseball shop. If you've ever been, they got great stuff online. They got really cool shirts, cool baseball shirts. But we went there in Cooperstown. They got a shop in Arlington. It's in that same development. The long and the short of it is that whole development will be open, but I don't know if you can see anything in there. But the rumor was going on the last couple hours, there may be some small groups of folks in to see that. Got to see Chris Dunn. Saw speaking of baseball, speaking of Chicago, he's a Cubs guy, but the White Sox had a good year too. There's the dog. One more time. Come here. Come say hi. Come here, boy. Come here, mate. He must be. He doesn't want to come see me. I guess something's intending. Come here, buddy. Oh, here he comes. Come say hi to everybody. Hey, bud. Come here. Why don't you get in the bed? Come here. Come here. Oh, you can hear him. Hold on. Come here. Come here. Come here. What are you doing, buddy? What's going on? There he is. I don't know what he thinks. Mama's still here, bud. So it's Canine Cam. Come here. Tell the world hello. Talk. What? What? Yeah. Yeah. Tell them all hi. Yeah. 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 Tell them. All right. Sorry about that, folks. I guess I could put the GoPro on him and let him run around the GoPro. I did see somebody do that, but all good. All right. Anything else? Anybody got anything to share? Good, bad, otherwise? I don't know. What are you doing, buddy? Back again on Friday. Friday will be beverage time, adult beverage time. Friday again, weather permitting and not too hot. We will try to yeah, he is. He's awesome. He needs to go out. He needs to wait 5 minutes. That's why he's so. Well, I'll let him out in just a second. He is cute. He's good. He's really good. What time was it? That was at 7 this morning, buddy. I'll take you in just a second. Hold on. Yeah, Mama's tutoring still for another 6 to 8 minutes, but yeah, Friday we'll go to the patio, weather permitting, as long as it's not too. It should be okay. We haven't been out there in June, maybe. So we got the patio, and kick it. And, the wife will definitely join me on Friday because she's tutoring now. Although we will be kind of squeezed for time. We do have a dinner that night. One thing we're doing, I think, is really cool that I'm really excited about. We're meeting some new friends of ours from another church that are just looking forward to meeting these folks. We're doing a racial reconciliation study. My wife's doing one with women, and mine doing with men, and it's been really, really eye opening. I think ours actually wraps up tomorrow. They're a couple weeks behind. We're going with another couple. He's in my group and she's in her group. We're going to meet them for dinner on Friday. So I'm excited about that. Meeting some new friends. I was going to be excited to share that. So we've met, but in this virtual world, we actually haven't met officially. So all good. Looking forward to that. So, but we'll still do the show Friday before we tail out of here. We'll be all ready to go. But all right, good. I don't got anything else. I mean, I guess I can pull this off the screen here, can I? Hopefully. I thought. There we go. No? Well, I thought it would come off the screen, but I guess not. Oh, there we go. No? Oh, I see. Sorry, guys. You're like, what the heck's he doing? All right. We do this part every week, every time, and I say it every time. Much love to all you guys worldwide. Crazy times we live in. Best we can do is love each other more and be better today than we were yesterday, and let's be better tomorrow than we were today. Let's just keep going forward and try to get some positive vibes and some empathy for each other. Virtual hugs to you worldwide. Love you guys. Miss y'all. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. Didn't have a lot today. We just kind of scattershot a little bit, and that's what we do sometimes. Good to see everybody. Glad you guys stopped by for either for a minute or for a whole time, or you drove by. Much love to you guys, and much love, much love, much love. All right, guys, let's put the close up. I hate this part. Let's do it anyway. Here we go. Roll the close. Love you guys. See you on Friday on Virtual Happy Hour. Go Stars Go whenever we start playing again.